This is Dave Keys. Today we're going to discuss briefly recovering your real estate website from a Google penalty. Penguin, Panda, combination of those, over optimization, keyword suppression, filters. Let's take a look at some notes here that I prepared, and I'm going to share the screen. This is Dave Keys, real estate SEO expert for real estate businesses and small business in general. Today's topic is how to get my business back on Google page one after a penalty by Penguin, Panda, or anything else that Google brings along to bring your website down. The problem is being removed from top Google listings, and we'll discuss what happened, the usual causes, how to get your business back on Google's page one through a process of diagnosis, correction, validation, sometimes communication directly with Google, and we'll look at recovery timetables. So you need to get back on the top of Google. You were on page one before at some point. So your business had visibility on page one of Google. Then at a point in time, you got taken down. You used to get customers on the internet, but now you're losing that income. You're losing dollars every day, week, month, and year. Sometimes substantial income is being lost because your business is no longer on page one of Google. This is a problem that can be devastating and even life-threatening to your business, and it has to be corrected. So what happened? Often it's not your fault at all. Most business owners, including real estate businesses, are generally aware of optimizing websites for the internet with search engine optimization, or SEO, but they don't have a strategy for doing that, and they don't have knowledge of how to implement it. Unfortunately, this is a factor that can hurt your business, along with taking your website out for a long time. What's the cause? Well, cheap SEO actually ends up costing you more in the long run. For example, if an SEO company says they have created thousands of links to your website, you've either already been penalized by Google or you're a target for Google's next punitive update, and it is coming your way. Cheap SEO is usually the culprit behind the worst penalties by Google, and they are severe and long-lasting. So how do you get your business back on Google? There are just a few basic steps between you and the money your business is losing right now, because you're not on the top of Google searches anymore. The first step is to determine why Google took down your website from page one. Google has several updates that are refreshed throughout the year, sometimes they're on an ongoing basis, very frequently, sometimes not very frequently at all. As they are adjusted, those algorithms find new websites that don't meet Google's quality standards and norms. Those websites found get removed from top positions, and it's critical to understand which Google update changed your website status in search results. Then it can be corrected. So we correct the problem. Sometimes it's specific types of links to your website that Google doesn't like. Sometimes it's the design of your website. We have the tools and expertise to determine which or if several updates impacted your website performance in Google search. First, fix internal issues. It could be that your website isn't designed and organized in the way that Google expects, so the website naturally performs more poorly than and behind other websites competing for your market. This is sometimes the only thing that is needed to get your website back into the game. Then you may need to fix external issues. Often, in an attempt to get a website to page one, people end up getting links to their website, which Google dislikes. Websites with certain types of links from low-quality websites are penalized and removed from page one. We will want to identify and get rid of those links to bring your website back into a competitive position. Sometimes it's necessary to communicate with Google directly. Some types of manual penalties require a dialogue with Google in order to get the situation resolved. We can facilitate that conversation when needed. How long does it take to get your website fully recovered and back on page 1 of Google? And this is a varied answer depending on the severity of the penalty and the conditions which brought it about and how long it takes to correct those. So the answer is, unfortunately, anywhere from a week to, in the most extreme cases, up to a year. Sometimes you cannot fully recover a site, but in case that is going to be apparent, then we can go to a powerful plan B, where we can take all of the good from the previous website and all of its positive power and pass that along to a new website. At the end of the day, you want to get your website and your business back on page 1 of Google. Whatever the strategy to recover your business, we are here and ready to help you take action. So find me online, look up Solutions by Dave, or go to this URL, solutionsbydave.com, or just type Dave Keys into Google. Or call me directly at this number, 714-924-4422 right now, and get started getting your website back on page 1 of Google and getting your business visible, viable, and producing the income that you're losing right now while your competitors are still there collecting the dough. Call me up. This is Dave Keys. Thanks for listening.